Good evening. Allegations of an affair on the taxpayer's dime now has the acting director of the TBI facing his own investigation.
News Channel 5 chief investigative reporter Phil Williams first broke this story online today, and now there's brand new information. Phil has been working this story for several days.
Earlier today we broke news about the investigation itself. It was sparked by emails that acting TBI director Jason Locke's wife sent to the governor. Now we have those emails, and they raise even more troubling questions.
There's a phrase in law enforcement.
Acting TBI Director Jason Locke was front and center during the recent search for the man who killed a Dixon County deputy. The 21-year TBI veteran had served as deputy director for the last 2 years. After the retirement of longtime director Mark Gwynn, Locke became acting director. He was one of 3 finalists sent to Governor Bill Haslam to consider for the job overseeing the state's top law enforcement agency.
The number one rule at the TBI is don't do anything to embarrass the TBI.
But Locke now finds himself at the center of scandal as a result of an email sent by his own wife early Friday. Kim Locke accused her husband of having an affair with another high-ranking state official. Sage West was deputy commissioner of the Department of Mental Health and Substance Abuse Services. She and Locke had spent time together in a state leadership class. Kim Locke emailed the governor saying that Locke admitted to me that he drove his state vehicle and she drove her state vehicle to stay in hotels paid for by the state of Tennessee. They each found a reason to be at those locations to continue their affair. In another email, she said that Sage West's husband told me that there were numerous trips out of town on state time that they took together, but that Jason only admitted to 2 trips.
I've had an extramarital affair.
Ironically, when then Nashville Mayor Megan Barry admitted to an affair with her police bodyguard, it was the TBI that investigated her misuse of taxpayer money. Just weeks later,
what is your conditional plea to the charge of theft of property, guilty or not?
Guilty.
Barry pleaded guilty to theft charges and resigned.
And now we're doing everything from calling references, but also having a lot of discussion amongst ourselves about not just who's the right person, but what does TBI need at this point?
Meanwhile, Tennessee Governor Bill Haslam had interviewed the 3 nominees to be TBI director, hiring a retired FBI agent to run background checks. News Channel 5 has learned that Safety Commissioner David Perkey reached out to Locke's wife Friday after the email. Then the governor ended the speculation Monday, naming Knoxville Police Chief David Roush to be the state's next top cop. Now, the governor's office says it initially referred Kim Locke's email to the Department of Safety to make the initial contact with her. Now those allegations have been referred to state auditors. Meanwhile, Jason Locke has hired a lawyer who told me today that he did not know enough to comment at this time. Sage West never returned my calls, and when I reached out to her husband, as you might expect, he hung up on me.
Wow. Tough situation for everybody.
Absolutely.
All right, Phil, thanks.